Welcome back to the program. We're looking at the state of Pakistan in the light of Tuesday's violent attack on the visiting Sri Lankan national cricket team. Joining me from our studio in London is the Pakistani High Commissioner to the UK, Wajid Shamsul Hasan, a career journalist. He was a long-time advisor to former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto. As we get back to our discussion, we go to a call from Qadir in London. Qadir, what would you like to ask?
Hi, good evening. Yeah, basically, what I wanted to make a point on that we've seen in the last couple of weeks where Zardari sacked the whole of the Punjab government, and in the process, they also removed the police and their old henchmen were put in. And that's part of the reason why there was a security lapse, because the governor was too busy trying to horse trade all the supporters from Rice Reef into his group. And I can't believe that he's still in his job. The buck stops with him. This is a serious incident, and I cannot believe that the Pakistan High Commissioner is sitting there and defending that man. It should be.
Qadir, let me get a response then. So, is this a failure on the government? Was the government distracted? Perhaps, the issues that should have been a priority were being waylaid by the politicking.
Well, there is no failure of the government. The governor rule was just there for 3 days. Before that was government by Mian Nawaz Sharif's brother Shahbaz Sharif was the chief minister. Everything that he left was intact. So, if it was failure of anything, it was failure of his whatever is left over. But the thing is that such terrorist attacks, such as the one that Sri Lankans faced, have been happening everywhere in the world. You remember Munich Games, it happened then. And you also should remember what happened in Britain at the time when IRA was doing it. They almost succeeded in killing Margaret Thatcher once. So terrorists, when they want to strike, they strike, and wherever they want to strike, they do. So it's not difficult. It's rather very difficult for military or the civilian police authority to combat all these elements in the conventional way. It has they are unconventional people, guerrillas. They have to be fought in a different way. And unfortunately, Pakistan to this day does not have those sort of means to fight guerrilla war.
Okay. So,
and we are trying to get some assistance from friends. Yeah.
Yeah, sir. Let me just put actually on that point. Then let me put a question we got from our live station chat room. Which is taking place, and it's from Zizo in Somalia, who says, what is Pakistan going to do to prevent future attacks such as the one we've just seen?
Well, we'll do everything that is possible within our means to counter such measures and to protect our city. Fundamentally, it's our responsibility to protect our own citizens as well, not only foreigners. And we are trying to do that, and we are mobilizing the people as well to defend themselves in various parts of the country, especially where the trouble is. And we have succeeded in Sawat, and we are succeeding in Bajor, and we are doing a lot more. So we are not only using force, we are also trying to win hearts and minds of the people so that they get involved, they have their own stakes in the state and defend the country themselves as well. Again, it's not just a simple one incident, it's a war going on in Pakistan, war against terrorism, a war against terrorism against the world itself. So you must realize what sort of responsibility has been put on our shoulders, and we are not getting that much of support from worldwide. Just this incident, one-off incident in Lahore has brought a whole blitzkrieg of media on us, condemning us. There are people asking that we should not have World Cup. We had successfully 2 World Cups in the past, and they've all, people are, suggesting that we should not be allowed to play cricket. All these things, make us very sad that despite our efforts to make world safe for civilization, we are being victimized in such a manner.
Mohammed's in Saudi Arabia. Mohammed, what would you like to ask?
Yes, hi, Riz. I'd like to ask the ambassador that Pakistani society over the years has become so much more conservative. Even our cricketers, it was reflected from the 50s, we were a free-flowing bunch of individuals, now to 2000, where all of them were sporting beards. So what is the reason behind Pakistani society becoming so conservative? Why don't we put more money into our education? Why don't we offer an incentive to families to keep the family members small enough so that we could give them good education and good health programs? Because those are the grassroots issues that need to be tackled.
Thank you, Mohammed. Good question. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, that's a good question, and that is Mr. Mohammed should rest assured this is our government of Pakistan's commitment to the people to improve their quality of life and to improve their education, because we believe that education is the only way through which we can counter extremism, because only education can stand between them and violence. And that's why we are spending more on education, and we have been asking our friends to help us. You know, we have been spending $1 billion in fighting war against terrorism. We already spent $34 billion on it, and we are also spending $4 billion on this collateral damage that is caused by American drones that hit the civilian population. We have to rehabilitate them, we have to put them in tents, we have to provide them food and succor. You know, all these things put together make our task very uphill.
Right. What is the effort? High Commissioner, on that point, what effort is being made to tell America to stop this? I spoke with Prime Minister Gilani on this, and there seems to be
we have been appealing to them. We have been appealing to them, but they say that the desired result they want, these drone attacks are producing. We disagree with them. We say that you let us have the equipment, we will target those people. If you let us know what are the areas where they hold in, we will ourselves go in. Instead of you taking the brunt, let's just take the brunt, and we will do it. But unfortunately, Americans have their own policy, their own agenda, and which does not go along very well with the people of Pakistan. That's why they are so much unpopular in Pakistan.
Okay, and we have Abdul on the line from London. Go ahead, Abdul.
Hi, good evening, sir. Just my question is from Mr. Wajid Shamsul Hasan, that we saw the same accident in India. After the accident, there was some resignation from the high position from the Indian government. Why in Pakistan government we saw that nobody was arrested, nobody was killed from the terrorists, and nothing except even now he is putting the blame on Mr. Shehbaz.
Okay, well let's ask the High Commissioner.
No, I'm not putting the blame on him. Okay. I'm not putting the blame on him. Let me tell you.
Accountability.
I'm not putting the blame on him. I just said that the Governor rule has been just there for 7 days, so you can't just blame him for everything that has happened.
Then, sir, who should be accountable? Who should be accountable for this?
And yes, we will hold accountable once the investigation is over. When we find who were the people responsible for, if there was any lapse in security, who were the people responsible for it. Okay. And we are also investigating. We want to get to the bottom of the crime so that we catch the culprits and punish them. And the President of Pakistan has given a commitment that he will not spare anybody if is found to be guilty. So and that's why we have very assurance from the Sri Lankan President, who as a matter of fact went a step further. He said that both the countries are facing the same problem, and there are outside elements also involved in it. So we are investigating as to what outside elements are involved in this incident as well. Because if we remember when Indians were supposed to come here, they cancelled the visit, and Sri Lankans, as friendly as they are, they came in.
I'm so sorry, sir, I have to stop you because we're out of time there. But I want to thank you very much for joining us. And thank you for being with us. On the next show, we look at the ongoing Mexican drug wars and the political fallout with the former director of the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration. From me and the team, we'll see you next time.